The audacity of Brett Favre. Audacity. Have y'all heard the news? I'm sure y'all have heard that Brett Favre is now suing. Brett Favre is suing now the state auditor here in the state of Mississippi, Shad White, Shannon Sharpe of FS1, and Pat McAfee of the Pat McAfee Show. Okay. Brett Favre says that these folks are defaming him. Well, if he says that about them, then God damn it, if he ever come across my videos, shit, I'm gonna show enough need y'all real ones. My name gonna end up in the lawsuit. Good thing this is IG Entertainment LLC, and you can only get what the company got, and we ain't there yet, Jack. And I wouldn't lose that case either, though, because I ain't lied on here yet. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Before we do, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing to hit that button, you understand? I am your homeboy First. This is the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something, okay? Join the channel, become an official member. You know what I'm talking about? That'll make you one of the realest ones. Hit that Cashapp. Anything you give goes back to the company as we continue our quest to come to Amazon, Walmart, or Black Culture. You dig? But if you know me, if you keep up with me, when it comes to these internet streets, I have been one of the most consistent voices when it comes to the Brett Favre story. Okay? If you're not up on game, we know that Brett Favre has been caught in what's been called the biggest scandal in Mississippi history in terms of financial scandal. We know Mississippi didn't have a lot of shit. It involves welfare money or TANF money being inappropriately spent, being inappropriately doled out by our state government. Okay. It went to a nonprofit led by a lady named Nancy New. That lady got jammed up on criminal charges and the investigation. All kind of stuff has come out. And we found out through the diligent work of great local journalists like Anna Wolf, okay? We've learned that Brett Favre was caught up in this scheme as well as some other sports figures. Ted DiBiase, you know, the wrestler, his son caught up in it. I want to say Marcus Dupree was somehow mixed up in it. You know what I'm talking about? One of the greatest high school running backs of all time, you know, going to Oklahoma. Got hurt, so his professional career didn't go like that. But he got Netflix. He got 30 for 30. You can check him out on 30 for 30. The greatest that never was, or something like that. He's somehow caught up in it. But Favre has been the face, okay, of this. Because allegedly, he was able to get these folks to give him some money to build a volleyball facility at Southern Miss, his alma mater and mine. Because his daughter was playing volleyball there. But also, and a lot of folks keep forgetting this, he was able to get these folks to give him some money for a company he was launching called Prevacus, a company that's supposed to be dealing with concussions, which he had a lot of. Trust me, I'm a Packer fan. He had a lot of concussions. So it's supposed to be a company that, you know, they're going to help treat and try to prevent concussion, okay? But if you pay attention to what I say, ain't none of that got to do with TANF. which is temporary assistance for needy families. That's what that money is supposed to go to. It ain't supposed to go to nothing I said. No volleyball, no concussion, none of that. None of that. But Brett Favre say he ain't did nothing, Jack. Brett Favre say he didn't know that money came from no welfare. So he ain't know nothing about it. Brett Favre says that Shad White just using his name to bolster his political career. Basically, he like, you just trying to come up off my name, cuz. And I guess he getting that Shannon Sharpe and Pat McAfee because he put him on blast nationally. You know, somebody, Shannon Sharpe on Skipping Shannon, Undisputed. Probably the number 2 debate show on TV behind First Take on ESPN. And Pat McAfee has gone from his NFL career to become more famous than he was as a player here in this podcast game. So Brett Favre, like, I got to have y'all. The audacity of this shit. The audacity. He really finna flip it. This is what Paul Mooney was talking about when he said you got to have the complexion for the connection for the protection. That's what Paul Mooney was talking about. Because this is some shit. Can you see a black man doing this? Allegedly receiving welfare funds and using it for all this type of shit. Oh, I forgot about the speeches that he was paid for, that he never gave those speeches. Okay. Can you imagine a black man getting welfare money from the state government for speeches he didn't make to build a volleyball facility at Jack Stay Alcorn or Valley, and to help launch his startup company, and then getting criticized by pundits on Fox News or pundits like Clay Travis or any one of these other conservative guys in sports media, Jason Whitlock, one of them ones, you know what I'm talking about? And then, get ripped by the state auditor. And then that black man turns around and sues all the people I just talked about. Can you imagine that? No, you can't imagine that. Because you would know that black man ain't got the complexion for the connection for the protection. Notice this man ain't been charged. I gotta say that. If he has been, I ain't seen it. From everything I read, he ain't been charged yet. Which is nuts. Which is nuts. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just America. Maybe it's most definitely just Mississippi. Because we've read the text messages. Oh, that I failed to mention, and all this journalism, great journalism by Anna Wolf and others, we've read the text messages between Brett Favre and the former governor of the state of Mississippi and the current governor of the state of Mississippi. We've read the text messages, but we live in a world now that you can have text message evidence, you can have photographic evidence, you can have videographic evidence. Like, take that George Santos dude up there from New York. He swindled those voters and they put his ass up in there with all the trails of lies he had. But still, he say, wasn't me. They say he was a drag queen. Oh, it wasn't me. Trump, remember Trump? Said that the grab him by the pussy tape. Doctored. Like, we live in this world now where it's like it should be right there in your face and folks still say it wasn't me. Like, bro, we read the damn Brett Favre text messages where he talking to Nancy knew and talking to former Governor Phil Bryant. He talking to these folks about this money. But he claimed he didn't know where it came from. Boy, this shit's crazy. The audacity of this motherfucker. So it's going to be interesting to see what goes down with this. I do believe Shad White is on this shit to further his political career. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I live here in Mississippi. Don't get it twisted. I do believe that's what he on. Trying to act like he the pure conservative or something. Trying to root out improper spending wherever it is, regardless of political affiliations. But two things can be true. That motherfucker could be trying to further his political career, and Brett Favre could be a corrupt motherfucker. Both things can be true. Okay? But it will be interesting to see how Shannon Sharpe and Pat McAfee handle this. Now, I saw Pat McAfee's reaction. He seemed to handle it in a humorous way. Of course, he got a complex for the connection for the protecting as well, so he probably ain't tripping. He know he's gonna be Gucci. Shannon Sharpe, I don't know. I haven't heard from him yet. I don't watch his show anymore after, how he came for people like me after Deion Sanders left Jack State. But I will kind of peruse Twitter at least to try to see, if anybody shares what his reaction was. So just another day as a Mississippian. Y'all real ones from around the country, I tell y'all, we need y'all. We need y'all. Okay? I'm going to make another video and drop it later on about what's going on in Jackson right now in our legislature. With some of the shit you see there that Jackson, Mississippi's mayor, our capital city, Jackson. The mayor there, Mayor Lumumba, is calling what's going on apartheid level type shit. So you got that going on. You got the water crisis going on. You got this kind of corruption going on. Oh, it's an election year here. We need you. Because usually here, change doesn't just happen from within. We fight for it now. Don't get it twisted. We fight for it here. But we be needing people outside our state here put these motherfuckers on blast here. Because what they want is a closed society where they can just do whatever they want. And that's part of the reason why Brett Favre feels some type of way, because these folks have been calling him out outside of just Mississippi circles. Okay. See, when Shad White get to talking to CNN and get to talking to Real Sports and shit like that, oh no, now you sullying his national reputation. When Shannon Sharpe and Pat McAfee get to talk about this shit on their shows, now you sullying his national reputation. And Brett Favre got a national reputation as a good old boy. He was one of the most popular players ever in NFL history. So you can't have that. Had the folks right here in Mississippi just questioning you. Oh, don't worry about that. But when these folks nationally get you thinking you're a piece of shit, there's something wrong. So you gotta bring out the lawsuit. Still audacious. But that's what happens when you got that complexion for the connection, for the protection. Put it on some.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?